What's up, comic fans? It is time for the new comic book day haul. I'm going to show you what I picked up this Wednesday. I got a couple of old books that I was looking at. Not too old. Some of them are pretty modern, but just a few that I wanted to spec on. And then I got the rest of my haul, my new books for this new comic book day. So we're going to get right into those comics right after this. Alright, so welcome back. I'm not going to sing it. Welcome back. Alright, so let's get into the comics. Let me show you what I got this week. These are just a few books. First, we're going to start off with a few books that I just bought, just to kind of spec on a little bit. I'll show you what I was looking. I wrote like a post-it of some of the notes I wanted to share about these books, but I already know what the book's about, so I don't even know why I was looking behind me. Alright, let's get into the books. Come on. Alright, so first off, don't forget, guys, because I'm obligated to say this. If you like the content, go ahead and subscribe, hit that notification bell, go ahead and comment, leave a comment, because I want to talk back to you guys. And if you don't, well, just give me the thumbs up. Go ahead and like the video. Alright. And go ahead and share this if you like it too. Alright. So, let's get into the first book. This is Wolverine number 6, the second print from X of Swords, or as part of the X of Swords storyline. This was part 3 of the 22. This is important because this is the first appearance of Solemn. He is another being made of, his skin is adamantium. So he might become a major player in the Wolverine universe. This book is still pretty dirt cheap if you could find it. This is the second print. As we know, sometimes lower print runs tend to pop a little bit. So this is the second print. I picked that up just, on a whim to see if that does anything. There's also a timeless cover with Wolverine in his classic purple and yellow costume. And then there's I think there's another print of this book with actual Solemn on the cover. And there's like an A and B version of this book. There's a lot of different covers of this. So if you see it, go out there, see if you can grab it. Alright, next up we have Department of Truth number 2. This is the Chris Ward cover. This is the first appearance of Starface Man. So this book is in production, and that character ends up in the show when the show eventually ends up on TV. This could be a big hit. This is the B cover. I think it's like a $7 book now. You can probably find it on eBay for like $5 plus shipping. Who knows? Maybe you get some free shipping. But that is the first appearance of the Starface Man, and if you've been reading the story, he's a pretty big character, at least for the main protagonist in this book right now. Alright, last up, we're going classy. We've got Spider-Man number 1, the Todd McFarlane book. This is the second print, the gold print. For some reason, this book is like the premier book out of all. Well, there's the Platinum. Don't get me wrong. Platinum is like a $500 book. But this was, cover price in stores. So this one is popping more than the silver, black and silver, which is the A cover. I just decided to pick it up. It's a really minty copy. I got a good deal on it. No spine ticks. Looks like sharp corners. Could be a 9.8, maybe a 9.6. Who knows? It's like a $40 book now. So I decided to go ahead and grab them. I remember when you could find these in the dollar bin. I did not pay $40 for this. I was not going to pay $40 for this. But with no cons around, it's hard to dig in dollar bins and try to find this book out there. So yeah, grab this guy just because it's a big key. But it's not a big key. It's just a classic cover by Todd McFarlane that's been replicated a gazillion times. Alright guys, now let's get into the comic books from this week. Gotta talk a little bit about them. Try not to give away too many things in the book. Give away too many spoilers. We got Batman Detective Comics. This is number 1035. This is Mariko Tamaki and Dan Mora. I love Dan Mora's art. He actually did the cover. And I love Mariko Tamaki's writing. So this book is kind of, when we left off in 1034, there was a murder. And this is, Batman trying to investigate it. He still has, a lot of people after him, Batman. He's not as rich as he used to be. He's on his way to getting poorer and poorer, I feel like. We're heading towards that future state that was set up. This guy is really not Mr. Worth. He's there, but there's not too much wrath. Not yet, anyway. There's like one scene where he yells, but it's his daughter who got kidnapped. But we're starting to see how the city's starting to twist the vigilante thing and the Batman thing against him, and like kind of trying to get the city to go against Batman. And we can see the seeds being laid for that like future state that we just came off of. So it's a good read, good art. I don't think there's anything too major or too key in there, but it's a good read if you're reading the series. I like it. I like what Mariko Tamaki's doing with Bruce Wayne and Batman, so it's pretty cool. All right, next up from Marvel, we got Savage Avengers number 20. As you can see here, that's Spider-Man. He's facing off against Conan and the Rhino. This is a fun series, Savage Avengers. Jerry Dugan does a really good job of doing the comedy action thing. Not the best Spider-Man I've seen written in here, but he does Spider-Man some justice. Conan is hilarious, and Rhino's there. Yeah, I really like this book. It is Savage Avengers is more a Conan book now than it is an Avengers piece. But I think as we get Conan traveling through New York and through the world and getting acclimated, I think they're just acclimating Conan to the Marvel Universe. At some point, he's just going to be another player in the Marvel Universe. This is the book that's introducing him to all things Marvel. So Savage Avengers, it's good. Again, nothing major happens in this book, but you got a Spider-Man appearance, you got Rhino in here, and you got Conan the Barbarian. It is a fun book. If you're looking for something that's a little bit escapist, Savage Avengers. All right, guys, we're gonna get into the indies now. We did some DC, we did some Marvel. Wasn't a ton of books I picked up this week. Last week I didn't pick up a ton of books either, but let's go. Indies. Something is Killing the Children, number 1, 8th printing. 8th printing. Yeah, as you can see here, they did like a kind of Berserker thing, right? So instead of spelling out Something is Killing the Children, they did the SIKTC. Sick. I don't know how you pronounce that. Anyway, it's a pretty dope cover. I like it. It's got the chainsaw and you got the little nightmare monster reflecting off of it. This was cool. This was free as long as you had the card, and different shops did different things, but the thing was you're supposed to buy Berserker number 1. The card came in the foil, Berserker number 1. Then you had to go buy Berserker number 2. You either had to have proof of purchase, bring the card, have a receipt. Your store just had to believe you got it there. And you're supposed to get one of these for free. Some stores sold them, but still gave it out for free. Like one shop I was at had extras than just the people who had made the orders. So they sold it for $10, but if you did what you're supposed to do with the card, you got it for free. So, and if you did half, like if you bought the first issue and they ran out of the second, because they did run out of the second issue, then they gave it to you for like $5. I guess that's fair. I guess so. They should have ordered more number 2s. Anyway, next up we've got Once and Future number 18, Kieran Gillen, Dan Mora. I love this book, but I'm not caught up on it, so I can't read it, or I can't really review it just yet. I just saw a dragon in there, and then I was like, wait, I didn't read the last issue. Where'd the dragon come from? Anyway, spoiler, there's a dragon in this issue. I really love it though, and Dan Mora absolutely kills the art. The colors are spectacular in this book, so that is a really good book. I recommend reading Once and Future. It's coming out in trade. They may already have the first trade out, and I think it's going on hiatus for a few months, so like 2 or 3 months, so maybe like half a year or something, like half a year, quarter of a year. So, now would be a good time to catch up on it. And then we got Spawn number 317. Carlo Barberi is doing a really good job on the art inside. I think he's really matured as an artist. Todd McFarlane is doing a much better job with the writing. I don't know, maybe he's got a ghostwriter or something, but I feel like he's doing a much better job with the writing. But this book kind of reminded me, it took me back to like the 90s. So Spawn kind of lost me somewhere after like issue 9 or 10. Just became a little dense. I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah, just Todd McFarlane didn't capture me as a writer. And something in the last like 5 or 6 issues has kind of turned a switch. We've kind of turned a corner, and something's really like hitting Like these cylinders are hitting on, they're just hitting on all cylinders. So it's become a pretty good read, and I look forward to Spawn coming out. Whereas before I was just kind of following it to see where Val Simmons was gonna perish again and we're gonna get another new Spawn. But now I'm actually enjoying the read. All right. So next up we got Berserker #2. So #1 was like a massacre, non-stop, one-shot action sequence, and #2 was like therapy in a chair, a lot slower, pace really changed. So I still like it. Gives us a lot of background into who the Berserker is, right? And eventually we do have to know who this guy is. We do have to know who the Berserker is. So good book, worth a read. There's variant copies. This is a foil. There's a variant, there's a non-color version of this book, and then there's like an all black and white version of this book. So there's one where he's not colored, still got the red stripe, and then there's like an all black and white. Those are out there. I think I want to say 10% of the books were printed that way or something like that. But yeah, this is the foil version. Good read. Don't go into this expecting everything you got in issue 1. That's not what you're going to get. What you're going to get in this one is a lot of explanation of where the Berserker comes from. Okay? Good book still. I enjoyed it a lot. Good read. Last up, Department of Truth comes back with another arc. So 1 through 6 was the first arc, and then 7 and 8 were kind of like these standalone stories in the universe. And now they've come back. Martin Simons has come back as the main artist. This is, I think, cover B. This is a Bill Sienkiewicz cover. So I love me some Bill Sienkiewicz. So I got me the Bill Sienkiewicz cover. Again, I am not caught up on Department of Truth, so I didn't read this one. But it's good that they're back. I should have just read this one because 6 and 7 don't necessarily tie into this issue. But I'm still going to read those two. I still have to read the one-shots. I read the whole first arc, though. So, guys, that's what I got this week. Let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Let me know about those books I picked up. Whether, thought they were worth a pickup. I paid about, I think I got 20% off those books, too. So, whatever I paid, I think I paid cover for this, and cover for that. Well, 20% off cover for these two guys. And then this guy, I did not pay $40. I probably paid 60% less than that. So I like that purchase. It's a dope book. It's probably like the 5th one I have, and probably the most I've still spent on that book since you were able to find those in the dollar bins. Anyway, comic fam, that was my new comic book day for this Wednesday. Thank you for joining me. I was very excited. As you can tell, I'm speaking a mile a minute. Anyway. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, go ahead and click that like button, leave a comment, go ahead and share. And comic fam, do what you do, because I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to get ready for next week and next new comic book day. Peace!